My ex left me and our kids with a note saying she'd be back in a few years. She returned 6 years later to find I'd divorced her and moved on. The note was taped to our bathroom mirror. Going to live with my sister in Portland. Need space to figure things out. Back in 2-3 years max. Don't change the locks. She left while I was at work and the kids were at school. No goodbye, no explanation to our 9-year-olds. That first night was brutal. Emma kept asking when mommy was coming home, and Jake just stared at his untouched dinner. I had no idea how to explain that their mother had essentially abandoned them for a quarter-life crisis. But something unexpected happened. After the initial shock wore off, our house became calm. No more constant fighting about finances. No more her contradicting my parenting decisions in front of the kids. No more walking on eggshells around her unpredictable moods. Year 1 was survival mode. I figured out how to French braid Emma's hair after watching YouTube tutorials for hours. I taught Jake to change a bike tire in our garage. We established routines that actually worked. Homework at the dining table, then dinner together every night. Year 2 brought surprising improvements. Without the stress of a crumbling marriage, I got promoted at work. The kids' grades shot up dramatically. We started family movie nights and weekend hiking trips. I realized I'd been so focused on saving my marriage that I'd forgotten how to enjoy my children. Year 3 changed everything. At Emma's soccer game, I met Rachel, another single parent. She was a pediatric nurse, calm and patient. When Jake scraped his knee during warm-ups, Rachel quietly helped bandage it without making a scene. That small gesture showed me what real partnership looked like. Rachel and I took things incredibly slowly. The kids had been through enough chaos, but gradually, she became part of our routine. She helped with science projects, taught Emma to make pancakes from scratch, and never once tried to replace their mother, just added stability to our family. Year 4, Rachel moved in. The transition was smooth because the kids genuinely loved her. They started calling her Mom Rachel on their own. She attended every school event, wrote encouraging notes for their lunch boxes, and read bedtime stories. Year 5 was perfect. Rachel and I got married in our backyard. Emma and Jake insisted on being our witnesses. In their toasts, they thanked her for teaching Dad to laugh again and being the mom who showed up. Everyone cried happy tears. By year 6, our life had completely transformed. We'd bought a house with a big backyard. The kids were flourishing. Emma made student council. Jake learned guitar. Rachel had legally adopted them after my ex's parental rights were terminated for abandonment. The legal process had been straightforward. After 4 years of zero contact, the court ruled it voluntary abandonment. Rachel's adoption paperwork went through easily. The kids were thrilled to officially share our last name. Last Monday, everything shifted again. I was making breakfast when Rachel gasped from the kitchen window. We watched my ex climbing out of a rental car, dragging suitcases toward our front door like she still lived here. She walked straight into our kitchen using her old key. Rachel was packing the kids' lunches, family photos covering our refrigerator, pictures of camping trips, birthdays, graduations. None included my ex. My ex froze, staring at Rachel. Who are you? Where are my kids? Emma and Jake came downstairs ready for school. They stopped short seeing this stranger in their kitchen. Who's that lady, Mom? Emma asked Rachel, genuinely confused. Jake squinted at my ex, trying to place her. Wait, aren't you the woman from those old photos in Dad's office? My ex's face crumbled. 6 years expecting to pick up where she left off, only to discover she'd been completely erased and replaced. The kids she abandoned didn't even recognize her, and the man she thought would wait forever had built a beautiful new life. I came home, she whispered. This isn't your home anymore, I replied calmly. It hasn't been for 6 years. She looked around our kitchen. Rachel's cookbook collection, the kids' artwork, our wedding photo by the coffee maker. Everything screamed happy family, and she wasn't part of it. The woman who left expecting life to pause for her return realized the world had moved on completely without her.